colleagues. Mr. President, we're all happy that the budget came in early this year. But Mr. President, I will appeal to you that the 3 minutes you're giving to us to speak is a bit too short. Ordinarily, I won't want to say anything because I don't really know what I can say in 3 minutes because there's so much to be said. But having said that, I'll just talk briefly about what Senator George Thompson Tekebo said about borrowings and states that are not benefiting from those borrowings. When the government sent the list of states that will benefit from the monies that were to be borrowed, my state was excluded from that list. And yet, the repayment is going to be part of government revenue. Having said that, Mr. President, I'd like to debunk an argument that Nigeria is underborrowed. Nigeria is not underborrowed. Nigeria is the highest, 75%, 73% as at August of all our income is going into debt service. And Nigeria is 73, our 73 debt to revenue ratio, 73% debt to revenue ratio is the highest among African countries of our level, which is extremely high. We are the highest country in Africa in terms of debt service and revenue ratio. And we really need to watch that. And again, we are going into another budget with a very high deficit financing. It is good that the government has decided to bring the government-owned enterprises, GOEs, into the budget. But the challenge we are going to have with that is that because the power sector has continued to be a burden in our development, I don't see much we can achieve with that. And so, as we are borrowing these monies, which are meant to be used for capital development, for capital for capital expenditure, it is important that we actually make proper allocations to the power sector and give ourselves a target at the end of this year to know what the outcomes will be in terms of the power sector. Power sector just has to be focused on. Again, the president in his speech talked about bringing in the private sector into getting the private sector properly engaged in the process of budgeting. And we cannot do that without the power sector because the power sector is really a big drain on all businesses in the country. Having said that, Mr. President, I would like to briefly talk about the issue I raised when we did the MTEF. The issue, we haven't seen the budget. We don't know whether there is a budget for under recovery for the 6 months that is supposed to last, or whether there's a budget for the provision of frontier exploration. Having said that,
Chief Whip.
power sector is in comatose. We need to do something urgently to.
Thank you very much.